All right, the Cards take on the Mets. That's going to be a 7:10 Eastern first pitch on Monday, May 16th, 2022. The New York Mets are minus $1.20, totals 8 runs. Trevor Williams for New York. Miles Michaelis for St. Louis. Miles Michaelis for St. Louis. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the video. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. I also sell my personal bets on Pt.2. I'm currently 5-0 my last 5 extra daily bets on that website. Now, if you want to access today's extra daily bet, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. And if you sign up today for that package, you're actually going to get access to that membership every single day all the way through the end of May. And as an added bonus here, guys, you're also going to receive my daily best play every single day all the way through the end of May, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Now, guys, I currently have over 770 members who are signed up and active on that website right now. And if you want to see my current sports betting record, you can actually do that right now for free by going to the homepage at brockpage.com. My record's right there on the homepage for all to see. Now, real quick, guys, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total, or at least most of the games. And then what I do on brockpage.com is I actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. Now, as far as this game's concerned here, this St. Louis New York Mets game, it's Trevor Williams, who's struggled this season in New York. He's currently 0-2 already through just 11 innings of work, so he's still in search of his first victory of 2022. Now, Williams also comes into today's ball game with a 5.73 ERA and a 1.64 WHIP. And as a team, the Mets have dropped 3 out of their last 5. And they've struggled a bit at the at bat, in Flushing, Queens. New York's currently in the bottom 10 in the bigs right now in home scoring. Now, they're taking on a Cardinals team on the other side of things who won their last 2 straight, with both of those victories coming against San Francisco. And when it comes to hitting the baseball, the Cards are amongst the better clubs in the National League right now in team batting average. Now, Nolan Arenado, he's currently hitting .312 with 8 home runs and 29 RBI. Nolan's actually third in the bigs right now in that runs batted in category. Meanwhile, teammate Paul Goldschmidt, he's also batting .312 himself with 17 walks and 62 total bases. And I'll tell you this much, even if the bats don't come alive here today, the Cardinals should be in good hands with Michaelis on the bump here. He's actually 3-1 on the year with 31 strikeouts and a 149 ERA. Now, the righty also comes into today's ball game with a WHIP below .95. When it comes to the total in this one, St. Louis is 10-6 to the under on the road. And that's good for 63% in that category. Meanwhile, New York's currently 20-16 to the under for the entire season at any location. I'm going to lean towards St. Louis plus $1 and the under 8 runs. Next ball game, it is going to be, Astros taking on the Red Sox, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Boston's minus $1.25, totals 9 runs. Garrett Whitlock for Boston, Jake Odorizzi for Houston. Now, Odorizzi's 3-2 on the year with a 3.38 ERA. The Stros have also gotten the W in 12 out of their last 13. And they're also in the top 5 in the majors in road scoring. Yordan Alvarez is second in the majors in home runs with 11 of them. He's also walked 18 times and has 21 RBI. And speaking of runs batted in, Alex Bregman's got 22 ribbies himself. And he's also been walked 22 times already as well. Now, they're taking on a Boston team who lost 7 out of their last 10. And they also have a losing record at Fenway. Matter of fact, out of 14 home games this season, The Bo Sox got the W just 4 times. And for some reason, the Sox are scoring fewer runs in their own stadium than any other team in the majors. Now, total-wise, the Red Sox, no real surprise here. They're currently 9-4 to the under in Beantown. They're also 24-10 to the under for the entire season at any location. Meanwhile, their opponents, the Astros, have gone 16-6 to the under as the away team themselves. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Houston plus 105 and the under 9 runs. Next contest, it is going to be Pirates taking on the Cubs, 7:40 Eastern first pitch. Chicago's minus 150, totals 8.5. Wade Miley for Chicago. No confirmed starter yet here for Pittsburgh, but regardless of who they put out there on the hill here for the Pirates, these guys have struggled away from PNC Park this season. Winners of just 6 out of 15 road games, bottom 5 in road scoring. Now they're taking on a Cubbies team who won 4 out of their last 6 themselves, and they've had some really good success offensively against Pittsburgh. These guys are actually averaging nearly 6.5 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with the Pirates. So if you're into historical trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. Wilson Contreras, he's batting .277 with 4 home runs and 20 runs scored. Meanwhile, Seiya Suzuki's got 4 home runs himself, along with 13 extra base hits. When it comes to the number in this one, Chicago's 10-5 to the over at Wrigley this year. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh they saw their last 3 straight on the road get over the total themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Cubs minus 150 in the over 8.5. Next contest, it is going to be Braves taking on the Brewers, 7:40 p.m. East. Milwaukee's minus 135, totals 8 runs. Freddie Peralta for the Brewers, Ian Anderson for Atlanta. Now, when it comes to the total in this one, these teams have seen a good amount of unders in their recent meetings. Matter of fact, 6 out of these teams' last 10 games against each other fell under the posted total. The Braves are also 6-5 to the under against National League opponents on the road. Meanwhile, Freddie Peralta, on the other side of things, he saw 2 out of his last 4 starts fall under the posted total himself. And when it comes to selecting a winner in this ballgame here, this game's actually being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on BrockPage.com here today. And just remember, guys, if you sign up for my daily best play here today, you're actually going to get access to that package every single day all the way through the end of May. So you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that if you continue to opt in. So if you want to see whether I'm betting on the money line or the run line in this one, there's only one way to find out, and that's to sign up for my $1.99 daily best play on BrockPage.com. And the link for that bet is in the description section below. But as far as making a free pick is concerned with this game here, I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the under 8 runs in that contest. All right, next ball game I have for you. It is going to be Angels taking on the Rangers, 8:05 Eastern first pitch. The LA Angels are minus 135, totals 8 runs. Noah Syndergaard for Los Angeles, John Gray for Texas. Now, total-wise, we have seen a bunch of overs between these two teams when they play. They're actually 7-3 to the over in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. The Angels have also gone 11-7 to the over when they bat first. Meanwhile, the Rangers, on the other side of things, they are currently 5-1 to the over in their last 6 at Globe Life Field. When it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game's being featured as my extra daily bet on BrockPage.com. And that is currently my hottest package that I have going on right now. I'm currently 5-0 my last 5 extra daily bets on my website. And the link for that play is in the description section below. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, I'm going to lean toward the over 8 runs in that ball game. All right, next matchup I have for you, it is going to be White Sox taking on the Royals, 8:10 Eastern first pitch. Chicago's minus $130, totals 9 runs. Bennett Sousa, possible for Chicago. He's not yet confirmed, but it looks like he's going to get the ball. Meanwhile, Brad Keller, he's for Kansas City. And even though Keller's shown some really good stuff, he's having a tough time getting the W this year. He's just 1-3 thus far in the season, really having a tough time getting run support. Now, the Royals have also had a tough time in Kauffman Stadium. Winners of just 6 out of 15 home games, and they're also in the bottom 3 in home scoring at the dish. Now, they're taking on a White Sox team on the other side of things who's done a pretty nice job of pitching away from home this year. They're actually amongst the best teams in the league right now in strikeouts per 9 on the road. And if Souza does get the starting nod here today, he is 1-0 in the season with a 3.86 ERA and a 1.11 whip. Now, total-wise, Chicago saw their last 4 straight road games all fall under the total. They're also 7-3 to the under in their last 10 outings at any location. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the Royals are currently 60% to the under in front of their home fans this year. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Chicago White Sox minus 130 and the under 9 runs. Next ball game, it is going to be Giants taking on the Rockies, 8:40 p.m. East. San Francisco is minus 155, totals 12 runs. Alex Wood for San Francisco, Antonio Senzatella for Colorado. Now, Senzatella's got a couple of losses on the year. He's got a 4.88 ERA and a 1.95 whip. The Rockies have also dropped 6 out of their last 7. And they allowed 54 total runs during that stretch. They're taking on a Giants team who's 6-2 in their last 8 themselves. And they've dominated Colorado in recent gatherings. The Giants are scoring 7.8 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with Colorado. And as far as this season's concerned, the Giants are actually amongst the best scoring teams in baseball right now. They're actually in the top 3 in runs per contest at the plate. Now, Jock Peterson, he's doing a real nice job hitting for power. He's got 7 home runs and 14 RBI. Meanwhile, Thairo Estrada's leading the club in hits with 22 of them. And even if the bats don't come alive for San Francisco, they've got Alex Wood on the mound here today, who's 3-2 with a 3.60 ERA and a bunch of strikeouts. Matter of fact, Wood's currently averaging a strikeout an inning. Now, total-wise, San Fran 7-3 to the over in their last 10 ball games. Meanwhile, Colorado saw their last 4 straight at Coors Field get over the number themselves. I'm going to go ahead and lean towards San Francisco minus 155 and the over 12 runs. Next matchup I have for you, it is going to be the Twins taking on the Athletics. And that's going to be a 9:40 Eastern first pitch. Minnesota's minus $1.20 with the total at 7.5. Chris Archer for Minnesota. Zach Logue for Oakland. And even though Logue's put up some pretty good stats, he's got just 13 1/3 innings of work under his belt, so limited experience for Logue. Now, the A's have also dropped 3 out of their last 4, and they've done a horrible job getting the W at home. These guys have won only they've won only 5 of 18 at the Coliseum, and they're currently in the bottom 3 in home scoring. Definitely, tough to play in your own building when only 3,000 to 4,000 people are showing up. Now, they're taking on a Minnesota pitching staff who pitches great on the road. They're actually leading the majors in fewest road walks per contest. They're also in the top 10 in the majors in fewest road runs allowed. Now, Chris Archer, he's got 22 strikeouts in just over 22 innings of work. So Archer basically averaging a strikeout an inning himself. Now, when it comes to the scoring in this one, Minnesota's 22-13 to the under in their road games. Meanwhile, Oakland's 62% to the under for the entire season themselves. I'm going to lean toward Minnesota minus $1.20 and the under 7.5. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It is going to be Diamondbacks taking on the Dodgers, 10:10 Eastern start time. The Dodgers are minus 230, totals 8.5. Tony Gonsolin for Los Angeles, Madison Bumgarner for Arizona. And even though Mad Bum's having a pretty good season, the D-backs lost 3 out of their last 4, and they have one of the worst scoring they have one of the worst scoring lineups in all of baseball. Arizona's scoring less than 3.6 runs a game. They're also in the bottom 3 in team batting average. Now they're taking on a Dodger pitching staff who allows just 3.2 runs a game. They're amongst the best in the league in opponent's batting average. Tony Gonsolin's also been pretty much unhittable this season. He's got a 3-0 record and a 1.33 ERA. Now the righty's also got himself a whip of just 1.07. When it comes to the hitting in this one, the Dodgers are scoring more runs per game than any other team in the bigs. Now, total-wise, 7 out of these teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings did fall under the posted number. Meanwhile, Arizona's currently 7-3 to the under in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the LA Dodgers -1.5 and the under 8.5 runs. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Pt.2. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at Pt.2.